Greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Calling the Vibes Tribe into the space. How are y'all doing this Saturday night? I am your guide, Chantel Sierra Shakim, your holistic self-care practitioner, tapping into the universal energy of the day, starting with the lion and the lamb. This is strength. This is courage. This is compassion. This is showing up for yourself in ways that you never could imagine. Woo! Living your highest vibration of life the way you desire it now, in this moment. This is some deep work, y'all. But in the end, you move into this ease, flow, abundance, safety, security, protection. But you have to show up in strength first and then make intelligent and wise decisions. Yeah, this is getting good. We're coming in, as I do every day, just tapping into tarot, seeing what Spirit has to say. Doing it every day, today being day number 129 of my 365-day journey. The next card out is the match to the King of Swords, Queen of Swords. All right? Getting clear about that, what you want. Getting clear about the direction you want to take. Understanding that sometimes it does separate, okay? And that's okay. Sometimes you find that divine partner and you're going in separate ways. It's okay. Everything always aligns. As you continue to thrive, filling your cup, doing what you know is right, knowing that everything you need will be in your sight. And then the next card was the Seven of Pentacles. Continue to plant, continue to water your harvest, continue to show up in your most divine way, knowing that give thanks, knowing that everything you do and say is the way it is gonna be, okay? And know that things are coming in quickly. So sometimes you just have to slow down. Slow down the mind, slow down the anxiety, slow down and just breathe. Just breathe and make space to receive. So we are going to go into the tarot. We're going to tap into, see what energy is coming through from these tarot cards. We'll run them from the top to the bottom and then read them from the bottom to the top. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Perfectly made. Kiki, it's been a long time, sis. How you doing? How are you? We're taking time to breathe today. Yeah. We're breathing in this good energy. You know, sometimes we find ourselves going. I'm glad to hear you're doing better, because sometimes you gotta breathe. Sometimes you gotta pause. Sometimes you gotta just say woosah and let it all go. And then find yourself in the flow that shows you the next steps you are to go. All right, so we will start from the beginning. We had the Strength card comes out, the King of Pentacles, the King of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the Ace of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, and then the Eight of Wands. This is a good energy. You know, this automatically is showing me that there is maybe a pool within our energy as a collective, which we know it is, but even in the mind of those who are coming into this awakening, you know, it's one side of us saying, we're looking over here at the finances, at the material manifestation, at seeing things logically and wanting it to all work out the way the Matrix says it should. And then on the other side, this is such a contrast, y'all. On the other side, you see the Queen of Wands, looking into the heart space, looking into how to fill her cup, being practical and spiritual at the same time, knowing that the next step is the harvest. So this is really, really good. You said you were sick over over a month. Girl, what happened to you? Well, either way, I'm happy you're doing much, much better and here. Because, we don't claim sickness even if it manifests. You know, we understand your body feels it, you go through it. But I'm so thankful that you are better now, okay? Because every day is a challenge. This is where that strength comes in. You know, every day we are challenged to show up. And for me, I've been feeling the feels too, but I have continued to stay the course. I'm gonna ring that in. Woo! Continue to stay the course. Oh my, I know that feeling. Earache and tonsillitis. Oh my, what would I do? Look, what would I do if my voice and my ears stopped up? Oh my, I wouldn't want to experience that. So I'm sending you lots of love and healing to the ears and the tonsils, girl. Ooh. I know speaking for me is a very important thing, you know, having my voice and being able to speak and being able to express, right? That was an area that I had really struggled with. So now that it's all getting opened up, I'm like, okay, what would I do without it? Yes. Sometimes we do have to slow down. So that's what I said right here. We have to sometimes slow down so that we can truly begin to expand and see what really we need to see. Because sometimes the world keeps us going, and we get caught up in this, you know, chasing the money, seeing that this is what it's all about, and we begin to let go of our heart, you know. And when when we're in a space of dis-ease, it's being fueled by, it will fuel a disease. So that just made me think about, so what have you been, maybe it's a sign to what have you been listening to, right? What have you been speaking? And are you not speaking at listening to your higher self and speaking that truth into your world? Are you listening and speaking to people who are not speaking the truth over you or about you? That's just something that came out. Take it if it comes, drop it if it don't. I don't know where that came from, but I appreciate you sharing it with us in the space today as we tapping into finding this strength, finding where we need to slow down, finding where we need to speed up, understanding what our heart is speaking and nourishing it and not giving up, knowing that the abundance still is here and it's up to us to align to it. So I'm going to tap into the book starting with the 8 of Wands. This is like ready or not, here I come, you know, and it says it's go time. I fall into the flow of this quickening energy and I swiftly face my desires head on. What are you speaking about? What are you listening to? How are you allowing your inner voice to guide you through so that you can reap the harvest that was meant for you? Ooh! I receive. And this 7 of Pentacles comes out to say, get ready. It is time to receive. And I give thanks. It says, as I give thanks for what I am about to harvest, I know my life is headed in the right direction. That is a real truth, you know. As we get thankful for the things that we do have, as we get thankful for the experiences we do get to have, as we get thankful for the life in the body that we get to even experience and be co-creators with the universe, that is amazing. And once we're aware of it, we can guarantee that the next step will be provided, as long as we listen and we abide in it. All right? This is harvest time. My life is headed in the right direction. And so what do I got to do? Fill my cup and let it flow. You know, this is reciprocity energy, allowing your love, your light, your joy, your peace, your abundance, your generosity, your compassion to all fill you to the capacity that it impacts the world around you. And when that happens, you can see everything else begin to line up. So this is the Ace of Cups energy. I feel good. I feel good all over. And this says, my heart is open and filled with love. My heart is open and filled with love. I give thanks for the love energy. I give thanks for the frequency that allows me to see clearly the next steps meant for me. Oh, that was a little poetry too. So this is the Queen of Swords energy. Queen of Swords is kind of this real serious type of energy. It's like get clear so you can make moves. Get clear so you can take the next step. Get clear so that you don't get left. Okay? It says, oh, wrong one. One more. One back. Oh, I was getting ready to read the wrong one. Okay. I speak with wisdom and clarity, understanding that you know what it is that you need to do. Sometimes we don't do it because we are complacent. Sometimes we are just like, oh my God, I can't believe this. So you got to sit in it a minute and you got to just resonate with it. And then you have to move in it. When I move, you move, just like that. Okay? I speak with wisdom and clarity. And that divine counter comes up. You know, the funny thing about it is they are like, I got your left, I got your right. You know, they ain't looking at each other. That's the masculine mind and the feminine mind. They are looking at two different things. The masculine mind is looking at the money, baby. The feminine mind is looking at the heart. But this is the place where we begin to regulate. This is the place that we begin to bring harmony in that ebb and that flow. And see it that, you know, I got your back and you got mine. All right? So the queen says she has to speak clearly so that the king of swords can come through with it. Okay? And he says he makes intelligent and wise decisions about my future, about our future. I make intelligent and wise decisions about my future. This isn't a masculine and feminine as a male female. This is that masculine and feminine within us. You know, the yin and the yang. This is that energy flow that moves through our being. You know, it's that harmonious balance of the king and the queen, but being able to hold the capacity so that you can truly begin to get your abundance. It's a mind thing. It's all mind. You know, as we spoke on it earlier this week, the Hermetic principles, all is mind. But you have to bring it into the harmony of the heart and your desires. You know, how is your heart leading you in the path that you should go? You know, it may take strength, but you have to but you will reap the harvest as you go. This is a quickening energy, and we release to receive. We release to receive as the King of Swords comes back to me, and making those intelligent and wise decisions about our future. That's what it said. I make intelligent and wise decisions about my future. And what does that bring me into? It brings me into the abundance. And sometimes it could be the abundance is right before your very eyes, but you've been so distracted, you can't even recognize it. You can't even enjoy it. So take time to rest. Take time to reflect. Take time to integrate what comes next. And it says, I dream my endless potential into existence with steady desire and effort. I dream my endless potential into existence with steady desire and effort. This is where that mind philosophy begins to manifest all that was for me, is now showing up for me in the past, present, and future. But I have to be generous and compassionate with that I already have. And this is our own divine gifts, talents, abilities, those things that come easily and effortlessly. Being able to be that voice in the darkness, being able to be that gatekeeper, being able to be the oracle, being able to be the guide, not only for others, but for your first self, for you from the inside. As I'm reminded of the Hierophant who showed up yesterday. Speaking of, I am my own guru, I am my own guide. Are you able to trust yourself and see truly what's inside? It says, I deliberately bring my compassion and strength forward, and I use them for good. I deliberately bring my compassion and strength forward, and I use them for the good. This is one energy that is definitely a by default choice, right? Most people allow their emotions to rule them as opposed to them being able to rule their emotions. Emotions come to teach us more and more about who we are, and being able to feel it, to alchemize it, to heal it, to elevate it is the work, but of living our best life now, because the default of what we are all served is not what we want. So we have to change the program, readjust the ideas, readjust the limiting beliefs, readjust those things that limit me, limit you. And the way that we do it is by tapping in to the joy, to the good, to how good it can get in spite of what else shows up. This is a place of delusion, most definitely. But it is the thing that definitely shows up to harmonize, to bring balance, to allow us to be who we have truly been sent to be from the energetic frequency of love, not what the mind thinks. But this balance, as we talked about the yin and the yang, says, I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Greetings, greetings, greetings. I am he, and him is I. Welcome in. I often say I am she, and she is me. Ashe. I love that energy. How are we this rising, or this evening, whatever? Rising, are we in this place of never being alone? This is the next energy of the soul. Okay, it says loneliness. I know that I am never alone. I'm never alone. So we have to understand that when I find myself alone, what you do? What do you do when you think, feel, I don't know, look around and see that you're alone? Are you able to tap into the deepest parts of you? Let's be honest, okay? That's something that I do regularly. But I did have to learn that loneliness is not loneliness at all. When you sit and understand the vastness of I am, and knowing that your reflection is all around. Your reflection shows up in everything, every sight, every sound. It is all a part of you. So the more you can commune with it, the more you can set in the vibration of it, the more you can become it, the more you can use it to create how good it can be. Honestly, you will find yourself never alone, okay? I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect the truth from myself. This goes back to the message that we spoke about yesterday about, can you trust your intuition? Can you trust your own thoughts? Can you trust your visions, your dreams, those things that may seem beyond your reach? We have to get it out there. You have to do it. This is a service reciprocity energy that is saying it takes strength and courage to show up for you first, but it also takes strength and courage to serve in the capacity of your vulnerability, in your places of isolation, in your limiting beliefs. Are you willing to share those in order for others to believe that we continue to choose? We get to choose, and this is our service to humanity. I feel good when I can help others. I feel good when I can help others. And in that help, what are we helping? We're helping raise the vibration. We're helping to inspire action. We're helping to expand the frequency of love. We're helping to create a polarity to life that also contrasts what keeps you stuck. And it feels good here. It says, I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. Being happy means that I am on the right path. Being happy means I am on the right path. And the right path looks different for all of us. But the one thing that is similar is that our paths cross. Our paths intermingle. Our paths hopefully bring us higher and higher and higher as we expand, as we grow, as we mirror one another in the flow of love, in the flow of good. How good can it get? What's good for you may not be good for me, but I might cross you on the path of finding that which is for me. And this is how we all continue to rise in this elevated frequency. So the next cards I'm going to tap into is our secrets of the ancestors. The ancestors are always present also. The ancestors are speaking to us daily through the essence of our I am, through our blood, through our veins, through our bones, and through our DNA. We have royalty in us, and it is up to us to continue to work with it. You gotta be joking me. You gotta be joking, because look what shows up. The ancestral force. This is my medicine, y'all, and I give thanks for the ancestors continually continually showing me the next things to do. You know, it is a work, but look, this is harvest time. This is the moment we decide, the moment we surrender, the moment we breathe into that I am, and know that I am, 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 that I am. And know that this is our creative expression. We can value it, we can honor it, and we can let them in it, knowing that each of us are creating something, and we are the main character, and we are never alone because our ancestors are right there with us. And this card, Ancestral Forces, says completion. Everything that was, that is, and is to come is now. We are spiraling around, okay? We are spiraling. We are spiraling. Are you spiraling up? Are you spiraling down? Give thanks. We are in a constant state of spiral. And this ancestral energy is here to remind us that we get to choose how that goes. You know, sometimes we got to go around the mountain a couple times before we decide whether we gonna go up or stay down. You know, up, down, up, down, up, down. Wherever you are, you are found, and you are never alone. We are here, and we remember. So this Ancestral Forces says completion. I embrace my sacred connection to infinite potential. Let's breathe into that. Whew. I embrace my sacred connection to infinite potential. Let's breathe into that one more time. And for the third time, I embrace my sacred connection to infinite potential. We're going to ring that all the way in, all the way in. We receive this ultimate potential. Everything is being created in this word I can't say. Inspirational. I can't say the word, but quickly. Like, it's being manifested. It's already here. You're attracting it. It's coming in. It's coming in fast. That word that says it's coming in like, whoa. It's like, whoa. Okay? That's what's happening. And the ancestral medicine says, it says, allow yourself to be more vulnerable with the people who are in your inner circle. If you don't have people you can be open with, consider allowing more people in. As I talked about, it's a spiral, right? And we're passing each other. This energy of, okay, who's here now? What you got to offer? Who's here now? Is it for me? Okay, no, let me go this way. Let me continue. Let me keep moving up and up and up and up. And passing and energetically reflecting and mirroring those things and people around you. This is what we do. This is the expansive experience called Earth. This is our reality that we make up one person at a time as we show up. We give thanks for the ancestral force. The next card, it was 2 that came out, was Altar of Fire, Good Juju. These are the 2 ancestral. Oh, synchronicities too, y'all. They speaking to us. We receive and we receive and we receive. Okay, so the ancestral forces says completion, and it's number 21. The next Altar of Fire says Good Juju. It is number 22. This is like new foundation, y'all. So after you complete that one cycle, you rise into this next vibration of fire. And I take that real personal because I'm fire and I'm tapping in. I'm tapping in, y'all. So I hope you're picking up what they putting out, because here it is. And I'm showing out. Okay, we gonna ring it in. So the Good Juju right now says, it is easy for me to be successful. It is easy for me to be successful. It is easy for me to be successful. This is that Good Juju, always thinking about what you do. Is it good for you? Is it expanding you? Is it growing you? Is it helping you reach your ultimate potential? Unless that's not for you. If you want to continue to stay in the vibration, the frequency of where you're good, that's okay too. My little jingle goes, good, better, best. I will never rest until my good is better and my better is best. But understand that even at my best, it has been my good. So it is an elevation depending on where we find ourselves. But that's all me, y'all. I guess that's all me. Okay, spirit channeling through me. But here's what it says from the book. It says, the ancestral medicine says, set up an altar in honor of the fire goddess energy from the flame-loving cobra goddess Wadjet of Egypt to Madame Pili, the Hawaiian volcano goddess. So all the fire goddesses, you know, allow their energy in. Allow them to be reverenced. Allow them to burn away the things that no longer serve, so that you can rise up like the phoenix and begin to work with the good juju. Don't get it twisted. I done been there, done that. Been to the depths of you know where, if they want to say it's a place. But then I said, you know what? I don't want to stay here. I got to burn all this up and start over. Completion. Tapping into the essence of my I am. Beginning to work with the highest frequency of my good. And beginning to see my life change right before my very eyes. As I am learning to balance this energy from the inside, okay? It's until these two things come together on the inside, our divine logical and our divine nurturing, we will constantly find ourselves in a loop, in a hoop, in a round and round, round and round, round and round we go. So it's very important that we begin to come into the heart space so that the flow will flow, okay? Come into your heart space so the flow will flow. This is a yin yang energy. This is aligning our chakra energy. This is a how good can it get energy as we are working with the ancestors, and how good it can be, knowing that we are never alone, and that happiness and honesty and service brings all things into balance. This is our soul talking today, y'all. This is our soul talking. So we give thanks for the energy. We give thanks for the essence. We give thanks for the divine connection with all that is. And knowing that we are infinite in our presentation, in the way that we show up, in the things that we offer, in the way that Spirit speaks in us and through us and to us. You know, as we balance this energy of flexibility. This is what our soul is saying now in this 9 year, in this fire horse energy. Flexibility is what's showing up to say, I'm here to set you free. Be in flow. Be in the energy of where you want to go, but be flexible in how it truly shows up. Give thanks. Give thanks. We flowing like, make me sweat. Make me sweat, make me hotter, make me lose my breath, make me whatever. Make me all that I am sent to be. Make me free, inspire me to all the good that is in store for me. Okay? I'm flexible. We flowing, y'all. So here we go with the flexibility. Hold on. Flexibility. All right. Flexibility says, I am free-flowing and flexible. I'm going to read all of this today because I'm feeling it. Look at that. The light in the darkness. You see it look like some spirals coming through there. We coming all the way up. Nothing can stop us. It says, you have called upon this card today to encourage you and invite you to invite more flexibility into your world. The nature of life and our experiences are constantly inviting us to find a state of flexibility. Woo! When you can surrender to the messages, they will allow and embody a more flexible state of being. This will bring an abundance of ease and grace as you find yourself in the flow. We're going to bring that in. Woo! Take a breath, y'all. Take a breath, take a breath, take a breath. We going higher, higher and higher. Okay? So it says, okay. Going back to my place. Maybe even, okay. This will bring an abundance of ease and grace as you find yourself in the flow. Have you been feeling a little rigid in your thoughts or ideas lately? Maybe even a little stuck in your ways. If so, it's time to practice the art of flexibility. You may be holding on to something in your life a little too tightly. And now it is time to let go and allow some energy. Like I said, just breathe in and flow, okay? It is easy to get caught up in the trivial ideas and thoughts, especially if you have a strong belief system in this place of your life. However, at this time, it will be beneficial and very healing to look at some of these outdated ways and beliefs that could be wreaking havoc in your world. Take some time to tune in and see what no longer serves you, and take steps to bring about a little more flexibility. This card could also mean that you are being too rigid with a particular person, and that it is time to give them and yourself a little slack. Flexibility is available to you now. Let it in and allow for a life with a little more ease and grace. So basically, in a nutshell, it's saying we got to know how to be flexible. We got to know how to bring this energy into harmony. We got to know how to balance these frequencies so that we can show up in strength as we reap what we have planted, without giving up and knowing that it will attract. But we have to let some things in and let some things out, let some things in. Completion, good juju, being flexible, knowing that sometimes it may feel alone, but you're never alone. So be honest with yourself. Be happy with yourself. And be of service to not only yourself but others. And you will most, in fact, find that place of balance. This was a good read tonight, y'all. I'm truly feeling a little in this energy. So yeah, I'm feeling good. It feels good. Yeah. If anyone in the audience would like to have a card pull, I'm here for it. If you want to ask a question as we close out this wonderful energy of showing up and being flexible and knowing how to grow, glow, and flow in this energy of service today. So if anyone has a question and would like to put it in the chat, thank you for all the taps. Thank you for all the love. If you haven't already hearted me, please do so. Heart me. Get your points in this place of receptivity, okay? I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Thank you all for showing up today. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your follows. Oh, yay, I got a question. Yes, I would. I was about to tap out. Yeah. I say, I don't force, and I don't, what is it? I just flow. I just flow. And if spirit has something to say, they show up. So come through with your question, Quisha. It's good to see you, sis. And look, I was shuffling again, and the balance came right out again. It says, I bring a state of perfect balance and harmony in my world, and I do so without judgment. Put your question in the chat, sis. Put your question in the chat. We ain't judging nothing today. This is called being flexible. Oops, as we walk away. That one came out. Walk away from the things that no longer serve us. That is the Ace of Cups energy. That is saying, you know what? There's a lot more for me than that beats the eye. And this little bit that I have here, I'm going to give it. I'm going to give it. I'm going to give it. And see what's on the other side. I'm going to give what I have and walk into this light of what's on the other side. Okay, you said do a spirit-led read. Okay, Quisha girl. Quisha girl, we going to the ancestors for you today, and then we will follow it up by a chakra energy, okay? The ancestors are wanting to speak, Quisha girl. I appreciate you. The first card out is Oshun. That's what I say. The mother of the altar of water. Oshun energy. It is like tapping into how sweet it is. How sweet it is to show up, to be who you have been called to be, to do the things you have been called to do, to love yourself in this space of overflowing love like never before, because you are that. You are the love. You are the frequency. You are this goddess Oshun energy. Woo! It's getting hot in here. Or this is that the bee community, honey. Just be you. Be you and look, watch me drip, 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 drip. Hey, and watch me drip. That's what I'm feeling. That's what I heard. Okay. This is that overflowing love energy. And ooh, it feels so good. I feel it right now, sis. So thank you for helping bring this through. Oshun energy is what I always say that is. But we are going to tap into the book and see what the altar of water, love overflowing, has to say. It is number 27. Okay, so if y'all in the room, this for y'all too. Quisha girl just said let's talk about me. Let's see what spirit has to say to me. And the ancestors said, and we shall. So it says, I trust the guidance of my heart. I trust the guidance of my heart. So immediately I'm hearing that, you know, there's a space within your heart that you have not completely allowed to, you know, show what you're working with, open up. You know, there's still this like cold center of your heart. And it may be from past traumas, past beliefs, past programs of, oh yes, generational trauma. That's what I just heard. Generational trauma where women in your family were not able to show love, express love, especially to their children. So this is that energy that's saying we are opening up, we are pouring in the abundance of love to begin to feel in that energy in the heart space right now, that the love overflowing from us to our children, from our mothers, and we see it going back generation and generation into that space, that space will now be healed. That space will now be full and whole because you can carry it. You have been chosen. You are the one that changes and completes, as the ancestors just said, this cycle of not being able to express love to our children. And I'm really reminded of this now in this season, being Mother's Day coming up tomorrow. We just send out that love frequency to all of the women, all of us. I'm talking to myself here now, right now, deuces, that are here to change that expression of love from mother to daughter, from daughter to child, to children, and that this overflow of love will begin to show up in a huge outpouring, so that we can really hold that frequency, not only for ourselves, but for all the people around us, because the world needs love, really. That's what they need. Okay, so if you are resonant with this Oshun energy, that definitely is for you, sis. I don't know if you have that energy that you work with, if that's an ancestor, if that's a deity, if that's just a love frequency energy that you've been working on. They saying keep working with us and watch what we can do in your life, because love is the key that unlocks every door. We give thanks. The next ones that come out for you, Quisha, is Father God, and it says radical truth. This is a space where you are beginning to speak your truth in love. Speak your truth, even if it doesn't align to that which other people in your family, in your lineage can relate to. You're the change. You're the change that they have to see. And sometimes, as the other reading showed up, it said you have to be the strength. You have to show up We give thanks. You have to show up with strength and compassion, even unapologetically, even walking away from those things that don't get you. You know, you're attracting a new frequency and a new vibration. And in that space, you have to be able to hold it. But the way that you hold it is by speaking your truth. You have already been filled with everything that you need for this now journey. Everything that you need has already been gifted to you. And you're spiraling in this circle, and each time you're picking up another piece of the puzzle as knowing and speaking the radical truth, as that yin yang energy. I see that as that yin yang energy also. You know, that practicality and that spiritual. You know, love is spiritual whether we know it or not. Love can't be attained in a material form, but it can definitely be felt, and it's that energetic exchange. So understand that that is the work that we're doing. That is the work that I'm feeling that those who are being called into my world are being opened up to, and it can bring forth a little imbalance. It can bring up some identity separation, because it's like, okay, I am who am I, you know, because I have learned to be this way, but now I'm learning to be something else. But the radical truth about it all is that we can be flexible, okay, as we learn to integrate this overflowing love, because it can be overly whelming in times, because you like, dang, can't I just chillax? Can't I just cry? That's love too. But that is love expressed as pain leaving the body. So we get to do it all. But I'm going to jump into the ancestral medicine. So it says, oh, let me go back to the ancestral memory. It says, before we get to the Father God, sweet water mother, the Orisha Oshun, comes forward to teach us the holy blessing of libations. And if you're not familiar with libations, it's just the remembrance and pouring, whether rice or tea or water, into a life force, into a plant, into a whatever, onto the ground, to bring forth that memory. You know, pour a little for the homies, in a sense, okay? An ancient prayer practice. Pouring libation is a key traditional way to honor our ancestors in many cultures and countries throughout Africa. So we are remembering our lineage. We are remembering that lineage that we get to show up in this lifetime, so that we remember and we pour a little something out for the homies. And then we show up at this space of speaking our radical truth, and they will help us to embrace it as well. So this is number 43. 43. And me, you and me, your cousin and your bruh, the two, you know, they coming through. We hear y'all, but we gonna talk about this Father God energy, okay? Since you had some pretty hype people in your circle, I hear them. I hear it. Okay? So this is a lot that you working with. So come through. You shining, girl. So it says, I keep it real. I keep it real. And the ancestral medicine here says, allowing yourself to be authentic is a privilege denied to many who came before you. How can you be more of yourself? My beloved child, are you willing to drop the mask at home and in the rest of your life? So this is where you got to just show up, sis. You know what you know, what you know, what you know. You also know how other people expect you to show up. Not anymore. Not anymore. We give thanks to you showing up at your highest vibration of life and love, and knowing that in that space of showing up, yeah, you gonna create some towers. But it's good. As we spoke in the earlier part of this reading I did today, sometimes we have to be the light in the darkness. Where there's chaos and destruction, there the fire is too. And fire is for refining. Fire is for cultivating the land. Fire is for separating the wheat from the tares in some cases. So this is a time for us to get our harvest. And ooh, I love this contrast. Look at that. Ooh, that's the water and the fire. This is again that yin yang energy. And at the top is the Father God. Girl, creating new worlds in this energy of overflowing love in the midst of chaos and destruction. Woo! That's deep right there. This is our world. This is your land. This is our land. This is what we doing simultaneously in our individual families, in the world at large, in our own struggle to find our own sanity within our own beingness. Yeah, this is a good reading, sis. So the deviant, it says, I am ready. You are ready for this overflowing love. Woo! We give thanks. It says, I am ready. The ancestral medicine here says, we all have monsters, abusers, and enslavers in our bloodlines. You are not your past. You are not your family. Gift yourself with a trauma-informed therapist, coach, or practice. I know, sis, you do this work, but if you need somebody to call on, I'll be there. But yes, this work is done when we can mirror each other, when we can see our reflection, when we can see the words that we are thinking, feeling, embodying, being reflected in our now reality. This is what we are here for. And our world helps us to learn who we are. And the more we show up in the ease, in the flow, in the fun, in the happiness, in the expansion, in the growth, in the unapologetic truth of who we are, the more we begin to be solid in creating and manifesting more that we enjoy. But we gotta walk away from that idea that we have to do it a certain type of way, or it has to look like this or look like that, or I have to be like this or be like that. No, you have to take what you are being attracted to and embody it for yourself. And it may look totally different from anyone else. Just like me coming on here doing tarot. I don't look like nobody else. I don't do it like anyone else. We all have a piece of the puzzle. And everyone's gift is needed. Everyone's way is necessary. Not everyone is going to be attracted to everyone. But the message, we're going to ring that in. The message is that we are all one. And when we can really settle into that energy, settle into that knowingness, and begin to show up and show out so that you can feel that you are being and doing and having all that you wish to see, be, have, or do. And that's the message for you, sis. And that's the message for me too. I take it for myself. So is there anyone else in the audience who would like to have a question? And Quisha, if you want to give a feedback, I would like that as well. How did that resonate with you? How did it hit? Did it hit you where you're at? Did it touch you where you wanted to be touched? Did it remind you of who you are? I hope so, sis. I hope so. Give thanks, give thanks, give thanks. I feel like there's something else that needs to be said. Who is it, y'all? Where you at? Where are you? Oh, that's what was coming through. I didn't even know these cards turned over in the deck. But yes, again, reminding us of this justice and justice for all. And that is where you see everything. You are everything, and you can appreciate everything, knowing that it all is a creation. Everything was first a thought. Let's breathe into that. Everything was first a thought. That's what I heard. But we're going to tap into the tarot deck and see what they say. And then after this, if there's no more questions, we're going to tap out, okay? We going in so we can tap out, all right? These are the cards. We're going to start with Justice, the Major Arcana card. We went from completion to justice, and justice for all. It's just us, you know? You got to love it, all right? It says, my good karma is delightfully loving, and it can be used as the most motivating teachers. My good karma is delightfully loving, and it can be used as the most motivating of teachers. Yeah. How good can it get? That motivates me to continue to see how good it can get and know that it's mine. You know, sometimes we get confused and thinking it's for someone else and they get to do it, but where are we in the picture? It's you too, boo. You just gotta rise up and begin to feel it. Feel the vibration. Come on, feel the vibration. It's such a good vibration. Okay, I don't know where that came from, but it is a good vibration when you can see your thoughts becoming things, your words becoming action, the flow of love being the point of attraction. Woo. Yeah, we give thanks for that. And it says, the Ace of Wands, this is where we work our magic, okay? I seed my brilliant future with the roots of creativity and inspiration. We give thanks for being rooted in this space to create, to expand, to grow, glow, and flow. I am your host, Chantel Sierta Shakim, coming in to commune with energy, coming in to commune with spirit, and coming in to remember who I am, as I am the expression of all that have been before me. The ancestors, the ascended masters, the angels, the archangels, the guides, all of it is right here by my side. I give thanks for it all. I give thanks for it all. And I bring it into this space of perfect harmony. So, I am your host again. If you haven't yet followed me on YouTube, please go over there and see all of the videos. Day 129 today, y'all, of my 365 days. I have stepped out of the box. I have decided to play with myself and my little girl. And I've decided to do what I love to do and offer it. Just because that's what I want to do. So until next time, go over to the Circle of Sisters Table Talk podcast. Watch all of them. Pick a color. We're aligning chakras. We're being flexible. We're knowing who we are. We're tapping into the energy of love. We are seeing how good it can get. And yeah, it's all up to you. What do you choose? How do you want it to look for you? Begin to create. Until next time, sending you peace and love. Good night. See you tomorrow.